Yeah, Isaiah, did you expect to play as much? Did you kind of come in thinking, okay, this is going to be a learning year, and then all of a sudden it got thrust on you, or did you think that you might get opportunities as the season rolled on?
Coming in, I wasn't sure really what to expect. I knew if I were to get some playing time, it wouldn't be a whole lot. And then, everything kind of happened, injuries and stuff like that. So I kind of got thrown out there. But I was prepared for pretty much anything. But I wouldn't say I was really expecting to get as much as I did. But, I mean, kind of glad I did. I feel like I grew a lot as a player, actually being able to go out there and play.
Nick Farabaugh.
Isaiah, Cam kind of talked about how there were a lot of comparisons to you. Calling you a young Cam Haywood and all that. What was the mentorship under Cam like? Did he take you under his wing? What did he teach you? How's his leadership kind of going with you?
I mean, he pretty much showed me anything he could. Anytime we were doing drills, we would work together. He would give me, little pointers, hand placement and stuff like that. So just being able to come in and kind of have a mentor like that helped me a ton. I think that's one of the big reasons why I felt like I made a pretty big jump from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. Just kind of weeks on weeks of just taking little things from him, just pretty much watching how he does things and just kind of feeding off of him. But, I couldn't ask for a better mentor than Cam.
Noah Strackbean.
Yeah, Isaiah, I know there was, quite a bit of turnaround and injuries throughout the season. But by the end of it all, how do you think you and the rest of the D-line was meshing?
I feel like we were meshing pretty good. There were some up and downs of the season. That kind of just comes with it. But I feel like as a group, we definitely were taking a step forward pretty much each week. I feel like as a group, we felt more confident each week. But, kind of came to an end. But I definitely feel like from the beginning to the end of the season, as a group, we definitely grew.
Jeff Hawthorne.
Yeah, Isaiah, you mentioned are there a couple of examples of lessons that you learned? You mentioned the lessons you learned that you're really going to take with you into this offseason and into next year?
There were a bunch. I don't think really there's just one thing I can really point out just because, there's a lot of small details in the game that I knew about but never really dove into, hand placement, things like that, footwork. But kind of throughout the season, just kind of learning all the little things definitely helped me a lot. But I wouldn't say there was really one thing that I learned that really stuck out.
Chris Adamski.
Isaiah, if you forgive my, I guess, trivial question or whatever, are you a rancher or something? Or I see the
no
decoration or okay.
No, just the decoration I found at Target. I liked it, so
okay. Didn't know if that meant if there was some background there or what. But
no, okay. Nothing.
All right, so if I can ask another question. I know you were a rookie then, and so I don't know how much your perspective is of it, but Tyson and Stephon Tuitt, not being able to play very much, did you pick up on what they're they've been both around for a long time and everything, and were they able to contribute at all, and is it good to have that presence and hopefully going forward in your position?
Yeah. Just having those guys around, having Tuitt around towards the beginning of the season, just kind of giving me tips on what he sees, things like that. Tyson, being on the sideline with us helped a ton just because, those guys have played a lot of ball. They've seen a lot of things. And, they know more about the flow of the game, things they're seeing than I do. So kind of getting some little tips from them on the side definitely helps. So, even though they weren't out there with us playing, they definitely still made an impact.
Nick Farabaugh.
Yeah, Isaiah, you talked about kind of little details that you learned. When you come out of this season with as much tape as you do, I'm certain it's helpful for you as a rookie. What do you say you need to improve on? Like, what's the stuff technically you looked at and you said, man, I'm going to work on that this offseason because it can make me better?
Yeah, I'd say one big thing was for me is pass rush. I mean, I feel pretty solid against the run, but there were just some things with my pass rush, things like that I really want to hone in on a little bit more because I definitely feel like I was a little bit behind on that. I feel like I wasn't really making as much of an impact as I could have been, but that's definitely one thing this offseason that I really planning on working on. We'll see where it goes.
Last question, Jeff Hawthorne.
Isaiah, I'm sure because of where you went to school and that you're a football fan, you knew about TJ before you came in. What was the experience like being a teammate of TJ's this year?
I mean, it's incredible watching, the best defensive player in football kind of go about his business day to day, just kind of seeing what he does, how he approaches things. But, I was at Wisconsin for a year with him, but it was my first year. It was his last year. So, kind of the freshman thing, I didn't really mingle with him a whole bunch. But this year I kind of got to see a little bit more about, his mindset, kind of how he goes to work. And, I'm just lucky to be able to, learn from guys like TJ, guys like Cam, but, definitely defensive player of the year in my eyes, but it was just great watching him.